number 2 going to be after the full show tonight, and we're going to give away 2 passes free of charge to participate in the Pro Kart race number 2. Let's kick things off with heat racing here. Part of our preliminary events, it is our junior sprints, brought to you by Pinedale Motor Inn. Let's introduce you to who's on track right now. The 98, that's Bryson Fuller out of London. The 9, that's London's Ethan Lloyd. The 39, Landon Moore from Watford. The 10, X. Wanted to make sure we saw the X on there. That's Max and Desat from Chatham. 18, HS Edwin Hyde out of Petrolia. And the 6, starting shotgun on the field, Alexis Eaton out of London. 8 laps the scheduled distance here for our junior sprint heats. Yep. Pardon? Welcome to those of you joining us here at Bend Speedway and Festival Center for the very first time. Might have come over from the beach to catch the early action. Perfect day for the beach as well. Hot, humid, sticky, get refreshed in the water. Getting set for some good racing here this evening from GBS. Don't forget to please stay hydrated as best you can. You head over to the diner there over the wall in turn number 2 for some refreshments, some food as well. You can check out the pit area. As mentioned earlier, you can see crews working on their cars and drivers working on their cars. All part of the diner experience.
The Pinedale Inn Motor Junior Sprints are an entry-level division for kids getting involved in racing, open to drivers under the age of 14. Kids build their experience lap by lap, and Pinedale Motor Inn is just a stone throw from the beaches of Grand Bend.
You did a good job this week. Last week, you tried to get through Pinedale Motor Inn, 3 different versions of it.
Yeah, this week it was only 2.
Here they come out of turn 4, racing at GBS green flag with the junior sprints, and Ethan Lloyd, nice start in that orange number 9 out front. They'll go 3 wide. My apologies, that's Maxwell Lloyd in that 6 on the outside, not Alexis Eaton. She drives the blue 6. We'll see her next heat. It's Maxwell Lloyd trying to come to the front side by side with Edwin Hyde. Lloyd right now leading. They're jamming up at the front of the field. Oh, and Landon Moore's around in between turns 1 and 2. And they're going to put it out. First caution of the evening for the 39 of Landon Moore.
Edwin Hyde has had a few good weeks here in the junior sprints, looking to continue that role as he makes his charge to the front. So we'll have to see where they re-rack and restack them here as we get ready to go green.
Want to welcome those of you watching on Checkered Flag Media. Welcome to another Saturday night at Bend Speedway. Preliminary events on right now, race fans, leading into our another edition of our meet and greet session on the front stretch, and then our main event with 4 divisions being featured this evening in our main event, coming up around 8 o'clock, including 2 Pro Kart races tonight, 1 in our preliminary section and 1 at the very end. Kate or myself are going to give away 2 passes to race in the second Go Kart race tonight after all the racing's done for free. Anyone else can sign up for $30. Pretty good value when you think of how many laps you're getting, 20 laps around the quarter mile. Not sure if it's going to be Kate or myself giving away. It's going to be a surprise, but at some point tonight we will.
Chris and I had a lot of fun racing them last week in the Go Kart League, so definitely take a look and maybe even go get yourself signed up early. You're going to want to go over to the diner to do so.
Green flag, restart here with the junior sprints, and it's Lloyd out front, Fuller in second in that 98. Here comes Edwin Hyde in that 18 ace to the inside. Maxwell Lloyd trying to make it 3 wide through turns 3 and 4, going really high, carrying some momentum. We're 4 wide at one point before the line as the 9 got bombarded by 3 vehicles. Maxwell Lloyd quickly out front. Edwin Hyde to second, Fuller third. Here comes Landon Moore. Good recovery for the 39. Up to the 4th spot. Then it's Lloyd and Desat completing the running order.
They get spaced out here along the back stretch. There was some contact made when there was the 3-4 wide. We'll see how that affects Edwin Hyde. The 9 of Ethan Lloyd got a little bit squirrely and is now bringing up the tail of this field.
Yeah, good battle shaping up for the second spot. We're halfway, cross frags from flagman Will on the stand. 4 down, 4 to go, and Maxwell Lloyd stretching out here. Very healthy, half a straightaway lead on Fuller in that 98. Good run by Desat in that 10X, trying to get to the high side of Moore. 3 laps to go here for the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd. Heat race number 1 for our Pinedale Motor Inn Junior Sprint class. We'll see another heat. We'll see a B feature and an A feature from these drivers before we get to our meet and greet. So they're going to be busy in the preliminary section here. Great battle, 3-car battle through turns 1 and 2 for the second spot. Fuller, Moore, and Desat. And white flag on the speedway as the leader takes it right now, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd.
And it will be different because it looks like with Edwin Hyde not finishing this race, we'll be competing in the first B main that we will see him so far this season.
Checker flag, the 6X Maxwell Lloyd battle for second out of turn 4. Fuller will grab the spot, followed by Desat and Moore. And Ethan Lloyd in that 9 will come around to grab the 5th spot. And as Kate mentioned, Edwin Hyde did not complete this heat. We'll see the 18H hopefully in the B main. Our third member of our broadcast team, John Helton, taking the weekend off. The family was at the beach. John had to work in lifeguard stand number 3 apparently today.
And then came over to help fix some cameras by the looks of things.
Once again, thank you for joining us, whether you're live with us online right now at Checkered Flag Media or here in person. The Gertz family here in full force. They were sitting beside us, but they moved right before the show. Not quite sure what we said, but they had to move to their normal spot.
Marshman Engines has been a longtime supporter of Bend Speedway. Keith Marshman has been trusted and reliable for all your small engine repairs, maintenance, and diagnostics. Thank you to Marshman Engines.
Junior Sprint heat race number 2 on track right now. Full car, that's Killian Collins, and that's 75 out of Petrolia. The 90 is London's Paisley Lamont. The 2, Blake Watson out of West Lauren. The 85, Ryan Clark out of the Strathroy stable. The blue 6, Alexis Eaton from London. And the white 10 at the back of the field, that is Tyson Fusil from London as well. 8 laps, the scheduled distance here. Pinedale Motor Inn Junior Sprint Heat Race number 2 on track.
I did walk the pits before hot laps started today, talked to Blake Watson. So we will say hello to Erica, her mom, who's in BC competing in the Canadian Championships for women's slow pitch. So Erica and the Ontario Griffins probably tuning in while they wait to take the field today.
Field's ready to go. Collins will bring him to the line here. 8 laps here. Heat race number 2. Green flag and a good start by Lamont. Here comes Clark in at 85, making it 3 wide into the corner. All 6 of them. Put a blanket on him in turn 1. Now they'll spread out a little bit. Clark on the high side. Here comes Blake Watson. 3 wide into the corner. And she makes the pass, and Tyson Fusil going to try and follow her through in that white number 10. Ryan Clark, nice run on the outside. Will grab the second spot from Lamont. It's Watson, Clark, Lamont. Here comes Eaton in that blue 6.
Eaton's trying to work on the high side of Lamont. Lamont trying to battle on the inside, but it looks like Eaton is going to take the spot for 3rd. Blake Watson is off to the races at the front of this field.
Out of turn 4, completing the lap. Purple 2, Watson out front. Clark, Eaton, Lamont, Fusil trying to make a move to the inside, the 90 in turn 1. And Payson will shut the door for now. Killian Collins in that 75, running 6th. Halfway this time by. Cross flags. 4 down, 4 to go in this junior sprint heat race number 2. And that battle for 2nd heating up. Clark and Eaton, also a great battle for 4th. As Fusil goes to the inside of Lamont for position. Into turn 3, it's the 10 of Fusil around the 90 of Lamont to grab a spot.
Watson's having a great run. Got a little squirrely coming out of turn 2. But it looks like with 2 to go, that's no worse for wear. Eaton's working the back of the 85 of Clark.
Very impressed with the 85 of Ryan Clark, being able to stay with some regular good speed cars like the 2 and the blue 6. Ryan having a great run in this heat race. White flag for the 2 of Watson to see if Clark can protect against the Alexis here with 1 lap to go for the 2nd spot. Into turn 3 another time. Checkered flag awaits the number 2. Blake Watson, checkered flag. Clark's going to hold on for 2nd over Eaton. It'll be Fusil in 4th, followed by Lamont and Collins coming around to take her checkered flag as well to wrap up heat racing for the junior sprint class. Our youngest drivers here on the full roster of drivers at Bend Speedway. They do a fantastic job. Blake is going to get a quick little photo op here with Philip from Checkered Flag Media. Round of applause, race fans. The 2 of Blake Watson, your heat race winner. Congratulations, Blake. Well done. We'll see that too in the A main for sure.
Country's Corners is located in Exeter. Country Corners is a family ran. I'm having troubles wording in this heat, apparently. I apologize to everybody.
Which reminds me, folks, make sure you stay hydrated this afternoon and this evening. Special thanks to our supporters at MyFM and Strathroy Caradoc 105.7, also Exeter Grand Bends 90.5, MyFM. Each day, the teams at MyFM leverage the power of local radio and their local websites to help make a difference in our communities. Find them online, exetertoday.ca, strathroytoday.ca for local community news, events, and contests. And thank you, Kate, for letting me read that particular one.
Yeah, and I guess you might hear a familiar voice if you tune in, especially in Strathroy, Exeter on the weekends.
Yeah, don't forget you can get into our Pro Kart race tonight. $30, 20 laps. It's actually a really good deal. Kate and I did it last weekend. They were short drivers, so we left John hanging and went racing in the Pro Karts. So we're going to give away 2 freebies for the second race tonight. The first race, if you're kind of hesitant of what they're all about, they're coming up in the preliminary section of our itinerary, race 1 of our Pro Kart Racing League. And if you're interested, then you can hop in for race number 2, which will follow our very last main event feature later this evening.
Special thanks to our supporter, MyFM 105.7 Strathroy and 90.5 Exeter. Each day, the teams at MyFM leverage the power of local radio and their local websites to help make a difference in our communities. Find them online at exetertoday.ca and strathroytoday.ca for local community news, events, and contests. You'll find them on the radio dial at 105.7 FM in Strathroy and 90.5 FM in Exeter. For a full schedule of Grand Bend Speedway events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Huron Transfer Service late models bring the thrill of high-intensity late model racing to GBS as the track's top local division in the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series. Cobra Tires help keep racing affordable and fair for drivers. Special thanks to Huron Transfer Service for their support, serving Central Huron and surrounding areas. Give them a call at 519-482-1100 to book your next ride. Dockstader Property Maintenance Bone Stocks provide a low-cost option for getting into full-size racing using cars that are readily available through scrap yards. Dockstader Property Maintenance provides lawn maintenance, snow, and ice control management for the Oneida Nation of the Thames, Chippewa of the Thames First Nation, Munsee Delaware Nation, Strathroy-Caradoc Township, and South London. Robson Scrap Metal Mini Trucks are a classic half-scale division of racing at Grand Bend Speedway. Because of their size, the mini trucks turn Grand Bend Speedway from a short track into a full-throttle super speedway all the way around. A special thanks to Robson Scrap Metal, located on Carling Street in St. Mary's, for their support of the mini trucks.
In September, that's been pushed back, if you saw the news on the website, to October, but really excited about putting some of these divisions on the road course back there. We're going to change things up right now, and we're going to head to the late models. If Kate, you want to introduce us to our drivers?
Late models on the track. The 92 is Dwayne Horton from Goderich, Ontario. The 25 is Rylan Vaciato. The 77 is Jeremy Curtis. And the 1 is Jonathan Schwemmler.
Our NASCAR late models here at Grand Bend are proudly sponsored by Huron Taxi. And we thank them for jumping on board with us in 2025.
Huron Taxi Service is the official taxi of Grand Bend Speedway and Festival Center and title sponsor of the Huron Taxi Late Model Series. Call 519-482-1100 for bookings.
Green flag racing with the late models. It's Horton on the inside, Jeremy Curtis on the outside, 2x2. Schwemmler in the 1, Fascinato in the 25.
2x2 racing into turn 1 and 2.
Sorry, I didn't know you were talking. Sorry, go ahead.
Down the backstretch, Horton pulls a little bit on Curtis on the outside. Horton's going to take this lap free and clear. Starting to shake up single file. Single file it goes. We'll see where Jonathan Schwemmler goes next.
Coming around to complete lap 3, 5 to go. 8-lap heat race is Horton out front. Fascinato goes really high, and Schwemmler will grab the 3rd spot. Yeah, no shit. Schwemmler getting into the back of the 25 of Fascinato and throwing him up high in turn number 1. Curtis remains in 2nd, trying to catch Horton.
Horton's got a good lead over Jeremy Curtis. Jeremy Curtis is sitting comfortably in that 2nd spot. There's going to be 2 to go on the speedway, and we'll have to see if Schwemmler's able to reach Jeremy Curtis. Horton's got a nice lead. It'll be Curtis and Schwemmler that will be the only battle that may happen. White flag in the air to Horton.
White flag on the speedway for the 92 of Dwayne Horton. Down the back another time. Comfortable lead through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air for the 92 of Dwayne Horton. Curtis will hold off Schwemmler, and Fascinato running fourth. And that wraps up our late model heat racing for our preliminary schedule. And we'll get Dwayne around to the front stretch for a quick little photo op. The Godridge, Ontario driver. Not a bad race. Nice to see 4 late models. A little bit of contact between Schwemmler and Fascinato, the one getting in the back of the 25, pushed him up the track in turn 1. But Schwemmler, who's had a pretty good season, just has nothing in that particular heat race for the 92 or the 77. That's your late model heat race winner. Give him a hand, race fans. Godridge, Ontario's Dwayne Horton in the 92. All right, visiting Bend Speedway this weekend. The Ontario Pro Sprints coming out for race number 1 of 2 tonight. It'll be 20 laps, the scheduled distance.
So far, you'll see the 01 of Logan Chapman on the speedway, the 31K of Brent Kemps. Hoping to see the 31 of Adrian Kemps coming out as well. And the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven as well, who suffered a little bit of issue in practice. So hopefully they were able to get that back and rolling, and he'll be able to join us. The 31K that you see coming down the front stretch right now is from Chelmsford, Ontario. That's Brent Kemps. The 01 of Logan Chapman's from Sarnia, Ontario. Looks like race official just checking in with him over in turn 3. There's the 31 of Adrian Kemps from London, Ontario.
I was in Sarnia this morning. Try hosting a Family Feud game show at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. It was pretty fun, though. It was there was a lot of it to do with Harry Potter, which I have no idea about Harry Potter. I haven't seen or read Harry Potter, so I had to make sure I was pronouncing all those names correctly.
So I don't see the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven from Strathroy, Ontario. Like I said, suffered some issue during practice. Looked like lost some power on the backstretch and had to be pushed off. So unfortunate not to see the 4 car make its appearance here at Bend Speedway, but also was out in practice, so hopefully able to get that fixed up. Maybe we'll see him feature number 2.
Yeah, 20 laps, the scheduled distance for race number 1 for visiting Ontario Pro Sprint class. And a white flag on the speedway. It'll be Chapman, then Kemps, Adrian Kemps and Brent Kemps. And our first interview of the night coming up as well. Kate will talk to our winner. If you're just joining us, welcome to GBS into our preliminary events here. Green flag racing with our Ontario Pro Sprint class. Adrian Kemp's out front in that 31, and it's Chapman and Brent Kemp sent your running order, and Brent will get to the inside of Chapman and grab the lead. They'll get around this quarter mile in a hurry.
Brent Kemp's looking like he is gaining on his dad, Adrian, down the backstretch. Coming out of turn 4, gets a good run right up to the back of the 31 of Adrian Kemp's. To the inside, Brent Kemp's goes. He takes the lead on the backstretch.
The leader, Brent Kemp's out of Thamesford, Ontario, out on the point. Drops Adrian Kemp's to second spot. Logan Chapman trying to keep pace with the front pair. Oh, Brent Kemp's almost got the wall. Sorry, Adrian Kemp's almost got the wall out of turn 4 last time. Really high corner exit.
The NASCAR Ontario Pro Sprint Series definitely trying to grow. Kind of originates from the old 440 series. So looking to see if we can get some more drivers out into this field. There are some old 440s kicking around.
Oh, Chapman's around between turns 1 and 2. Still green, still green, still green. Not anymore. Under caution here in race number 1, feature number 1 for our Ontario Pro Sprint class, as Logan Chapman losing the back end in turn number 1, corner entry. Up to the wall, gonna let it roll back, and we'll right the ship here.
As we were just talking about, this is a growing division from the old 440s. Adrian and Brent Kemp's definitely spearheading the charge in getting these NASCAR Ontario Pro Sprints a bigger class. So definitely reach out to Brent or Adrian if you are looking to get into one of these awesome Ontario Pro Sprints. Green flag back in the air. Adrian Kemp's on the inside. Brent Kemp's on the outside. Logan Chapman bringing up the rear of this field. Adrian's out front. Brent looking to the inside. Unable to get there just yet.
This is the best way to broadcast right here in a fucking lawn chair.
Brent Kemp's out front. Adrian Kemp's looking to the inside. Chapman trying to stay with him. And the Kemp boys trying to pull away here and settle it amongst themselves. Adrian Kemp's leads Brent Kemp's. Oh, Chapman's around in turn number 4. And another caution for the 0-1 here. And Logan will right the ship here. So the 0-1 is going to go back to the pits. The 2 caution rule being enforced here at Bend Speedway. And Logan in charge, responsible for 2 cautions. So we'll be asked to go back to the pits and regroup for race number 2. So it's Adrian Kemp's versus Brent Kemp's here. Green flag racing again here with the Ontario Pro Sprints. Kemps versus Kemps. Brent on the outside, Adrian on the inside. My apologies, it's Adrian grabbing the lead. And Brent trying to stay with him here. Following in the trolley tracks right now. Almost identical lines. The white 31 a little lower through turn 4 last time and through turns 1 and 2. Got the left side tires in on the dirt and right of the ship. Got a little loose there, but kept pace.
Adrian Kemps leading over Brent Kemps. Brent keeping him close. Watch that 31K may dive to the inside at any time.
Three to go here for this race number 1 of our Ontario Pro Sprint Class visiting GPS this weekend. 2 laps to go. Adrian Kemps out front. And Brent trying to find an answer here right in the trolley tracks. Coming around to the white flag. White flag on the speedway. Brent looks to the inside. Adrian will shut the door. Couple of turns left coming around the checkered flag. One last ditch effort. It's not going to be enough. Hell, by half a car length, Adrian gets Brent to wrap up race number 1 for our Ontario Pro Sprint Class. And we'll hear from the driver of the 31 coming up trackside with our very own Kate Frio. Inside our preliminary event section of our itinerary, still plenty more to come, including race number 1 of our Pro Kart Racing League. We have race number 2 of the Pro Karts coming up after the entire show. We're giving away 2 free passes to participate in that race as well. We don't know when we're giving them away. It'll be a surprise. Maybe we'll give one to John if he's still in attendance. I haven't seen John in a Pro Kart yet. I think he's still here.
So down with the winner of feature number 1, Adrian Kemps. He tells me he's too old to get out, so we're going to do the interview in car. You've got one more race to run. What's it going to take to beat Brent again?
I'm not sure. He does all the adjustments on the car and makes the decision, so it's up in his hands whether I'm going to do good or he's going to do good. So we have to leave it to the track to see who wins.
Now, we always talk about how this division is growing. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing behind the scenes to make sure that we get some more cars out here in the Ontario Pro Sprints?
I think racing here, what Gorda's done and what the staff has done, they're really trying to promote and get us out on YouTube, Facebook and all that. We have a new car here tonight. He's having a lot of technical problems. We're trying to help him get out here. We want him out here on the track. We're trying to work together and get everybody that shows up to run. We need to get more cars. I think it'll put on a good show. We are fast and we're loud.
Right, well, you heard it. They're fast. And they will be back for one more feature race. Put your hands together again for Adrian.
Thank you, Kate. Appreciate that. I did see John here. He didn't hear what I had said earlier. We are giving away 2 free Pro Kart races tonight. If you're still around, you might get one. Plus, you can get in also if you're not one of those lucky 2 winners. $30. We'll get into that race number 2 coming up after our main event portion of the evening. Still to come, our another edition of our meet and greet session on the front stretch. We'll bring the drivers out, the cars out. We'll get some interviews with Kate down trackside. All right, time now for our 9 horsepower sprint class for some heat racing. 8 laps to scheduled distance. Let's meet your 3 drivers here for heat race number 1. The 90 is London, Ontario's Keegan Lamont. The 12, that's Gareth McLean out of Lucan. The 17, Adam Cole from Curwood, Ontario. 8 laps to scheduled distance. Eight laps to scheduled distance. All right, we have some interest in the Go Karts. If you are interested in registering for race number 2, head to the diner. Go in the diner outside the wall in turn 2. Ask for Tabitha, and she'll get you registered. Green flag racing with the 9 horsepower sprints. McLean out front. Lamont and Cole falling in line here. And Gareth, coming off a recent feature race win, will lead him for lap number 1. Keegan Lamont very strong last week in that 90 as well. And it looks very strong again to open up. Peaks to the inside of McLean. And will stay down there. So Keegan looking for a spot here in turn number 1. On the inside, McLean will come down a little bit. Lamont will drift up. McLean holds the lead for now. Cole trying to catch the lead pair in that 17. And McLean will lead another lap here. Gareth McLean in that 12. Keegan Lamont in the 90. Adam Cole in the 17. Good run off the corner exit for the 90 of Lamont. To the inside, will grab the lead out of turn number 4. Halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. New leader, the 90 of Keegan Lamont. McLean not done with him yet, though. Gareth trying to get a good run off of turn 2 as they come around and complete another lap.
Both those front cars had some issues last week. Keegan Lamont with an incident on the backstretch, and McLean with a right rear tire that went down near the end of the race. So that was their troubles last week, so they'll be happy near the front of this field. Keegan Lamont really happy after practice, said don't touch it. So it seemed to be that that was the right call with 2 to go. Keegan Lamont at the front of this field. Lamont gets the white flag. 1 lap to go, followed by McLean and the 17 of Adam Cole. Checkers in the air. Keegan Lamont, followed by Gareth McLean. And rounding out the field, the 17 of Cole.
Nine horsepower sprint class, proudly sponsored this year by McLean's Home Hardware, both in Grand Bend and Exeter. And Keegan will come around for a quick little photo op. Nine horsepower heat race number 1 winner. Give it up for the 90 race fans of Keegan Lamont out of London, Ontario. Heat race number 2 for our 9 horsepower sprint class. The 13. Ray Janice Jr. out of Windsor, Ontario. The 33. That's Carter Nickel out of Elsa Craig. And the 5, Kieran Rose out of Kerwood, Ontario. Interesting stuff from Carter Nickel, a former bone stock champ here at GBS. Was running the bone stock at Delaware as well, at the half mile. This week posted that he's selling the bone stock. So if you're interested in doing some bone stock racing, look up Carter Nickel in Elsa Craig, Ontario, and have a discussion. The car is painted as a replica of Canadian racer Earl Ross. 8 laps of scheduled distance here for the 9 horsepower sprint heat race number 2. Trivia time. Not yet? We'll wait. No, it's not for you. It's to give away a free go-kart race. Okay. So the trivia question coming up after this race, and you'll be responsible if you're interested to get the correct answer and come see us. We are comfortable here, right behind the flag stand in front of the broadcast tower. So trivia question coming up after the heat race number 2. Out of turn 4, here they come, green flag, heat race number 2 for our 9 horsepower sprint class. Janice Jr. on the inside, and Nickel on the outside, and Cole, my apologies, Rose in the 5, and Kieran Rose, nice start, gets by Nickel for the 2nd spot.
Janice Jr. took the win last week, looking to keep that process going, leading this race so far. Nickel had the incident with Lamont on the backstretch. That car looking a little bit off coming out of the corner. You saw it really sawing on the wheel.
Janice Jr., Rose, Nickel, that's your running order. Good run for Carter in that 33 off of turn 2, closed in, but then backed off in corner entry. Rose goes really high. Oh, problem with the 5 car. Kieran Rose in trouble, way off the pace for a second there. And looks like Kieran's back under power. Oh, maybe not. As I say that, corner exit of turn 2 didn't look good. Halfway this time by, 4 down, 4 to go. Janice Jr. out front, Nickel in second, and the 5 of Kieran Rose looks off the pace for sure here.
Yeah, looks like just not handling well and letting off coming out of the corner is the 5 of Kieran Rose. Definitely going to need to do some work on that before future races continue.
2 laps to go here, and Nickel's caught Janice Jr. here for the lead, heading into turn number 1. Janice Jr. in the 13, Nickel in that 33. The former Mike Beneteau vehicle, that 33. And they'll come around and take the white flag. A quarter mile to go here for Janice Jr. Nickel in tow. Nickel looks to the high side. Car looked very squirmy there, but gets a good run nonetheless out of turn 2. Janice Jr. the preferred line through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Here comes Nickel. It's not going to be enough. Janice Jr. will hold on for heat race number 2, followed by Nickel and Kieran Rose in the 3rd spot. So trivia question time. If you want a free pro go-kart race tonight after the main event, you have to obviously be here. It's a NASCAR question for you NASCAR fans out there. For the longest time in the Cup Series south of the border, there were 2 super speedways, Daytona and Talladega. As of a couple of years ago, they reconfigured another track, and now it has the same characteristics, drafting track, and they're labeling it a super speedway. Where is that track? What is the city? What is the track name? Come and see Kate or myself here at the broadcast tower if you know the answer. Free go-kart race on the line here. Don't everybody get up at once. We don't want to send Kate back into a go-kart. That is not good news for other drivers.
Hey, I got a win last week. Leave me alone.
No, you got to win because you pushed 2 cars into the grass. Here we go.
It was only one.
With the junior sprint
You pushed
B.
me in the
Your
grass,
mic's cutting
sir.
out, Kate. Sorry.
Chris might cut out.
Here we go. Oh, no, contestant. No. Okay. All right, you want to...
Junior sprint B main on the track. And let's introduce you to our drivers here. 12 laps to schedule distance. Brought to you by Pinedale Motor Inn.
The 39 is Landon Moore. The 10 is Tyson Fusil. The 9 is Ethan Lloyd. The 90 is Paisley Lamont. The 18 is Edwin Hyde. And the 75 is Killian Collins. Edwin Hyde finding himself in a spot where he's got to race into the A main. He's been the feature winner for the A main the last few weeks. So definitely a new point of view for the 18 machine. Watch him as he tries to come through this field to get to the A main.
More into set on the front. Oh, sorry, that's Fusil. My apologies, Kate. And Fusil will grab the lead early. Landon Moore in the second spot. Lamont in that 90 in the third. Hyde to the outside of Lloyd for the fourth spot. And Hyde trying to aggressively move through the field early here. 12 laps. Look out. Lloyd's into the inside grass off of turn 4. And I think we're going to get a caution here for sure, possibly. Yes, we will. Caution on the speedway early in this junior sprint B main. Trivia question still on the table. If you want a free go-kart ride on the speedway tonight after our last main event race, what is the third super speedway track on the NASCAR Cup Series after reconfiguration a couple years ago? Not Talladega, not Daytona. What is the third track now labeled as a super speedway on the Cup circuit? Come and see us for a free 20-lap go-kart race on Bend Speedway tonight. Also, for this trivia question, if you are a mom or dad, grandpa, grandma of a driver that's racing tonight, you can answer on their behalf. And we'll give credit to the correct answers so you can send your son or daughter or grandson or granddaughter into a free go-kart race. So parents, you are eligible to answer on behalf of your drivers. Just wanted to throw that out there. But I'm not entertaining any yelling. You got to come over here. Green flag racing with the junior sprint B main, and it's Fusil out front. Lamont second, High to the inside for third. And Edwin trying to make a move on Paisley on the outside for that second spot. Moore runs in the fourth spot. Then it's Lloyd and Collins. Okay, so we got a winner in the trivia. Grandma Gertz came over here. There's only one dilemma, though. Oh, we got more in the inside grass out of turn number 2. And we'll see if we go caution again. Yes, we will. Caution on the speedway. So Grandma Gertz comes over and says, is it Atlanta? The answer is correct. It is Atlanta Motor Speedway, the third super speedway on the Cup circuit. The only problem is she's got 2 grandsons running tonight. So here's the dilemma. Who's the free go-kart race going to, Grandma?
Or is she making Rick do it? Oh, I might have had a good idea. I got lots of head nods coming from the Gertz clan.
All right, she's going to give it to Rick Gertz for race number 2 of the Pro Kart Series. So we're going to get the family to text Rick, say, hey, you just won a go-kart race. It's after the A main races tonight, and we'll let the officials know that Rick Gertz has a free go-kart race tonight. We still have one to give away. That's coming up in a little while. We'll see if Kate has a trivia question. So we'll get the Gertz family to message Rick for us, and we'll message the track officials. Green flag racing with the junior sprint B main again. Fusil on the inside, Hyde on the outside. And Tyson will grab the lead from Edwin. Edwin trying to fight back. Good strength there, moved by the 9 of Ethan Lloyd up to third. Lamont, look out, Lloyd's getting loose again. Keep it rolling, Ethan, keep it rolling. Come on, get back up here. Get back up here. No, it's not gonna work. And caution on the speedway for the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. And that might be it for the 9. That's 2 cautions for the 9, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see if Kate has a trivia question for the second free go-kart race. White flag on the speedway. Looking for the green flag this time by Fusil on the inside, Hyde on the outside. Edwin doing double duty. He'll be in a mini truck next race as well. Green flag racing with the junior sprint B main. Landon Moore's around in turn 4. Another caution coming, I believe. So caution here for the 39. Just hearing from race control, drivers have been told next yellow, green, white, checkered will be the call here. Green flag racing with the junior sprints B main. Fusil and Hyde. And Lamont and Collins. Good battle at the front of this field here. Fusil trying to hold off Edwin Hyde. As mentioned, Edwin doing double duty in a mini truck next race. Good battle still at the front of this field. Edwin Hyde looks to the outside at Tyson Fusil. Now ducks in right behind the 10. In through turns 1 and 2. Down and back another time. Lamont remains in third, followed by Collins. 12 laps of scheduled distance here. Drivers need to stay away from the caution here. as the leaders work turns 1 and 2. Hyde trying to find some sort of opening, might be forced to use the outside. Halfway this time by, 6 down, 6 to go for the leader of the 10 at Tyson Fusil.
I'm going to ask who's here for the first time after on my way back up there.
Leaders out of turns 3 and 4 here. Fusil out front, Hyde in the 18, Lamont in the 90 and third, Collins running in the 4th spot in that 75. But the battle is at the front of this field. Fusil trying to hold off Hyde. Hyde really hasn't had an answer yet for Tyson. And 2 to go this time by. Half a mile to go for the leader of the 10 at Tyson Fusil in this junior sprint B main. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. White flag awaits from the flag stand. There it is. Fusil, Hyde to sell it over the next quarter mile. And Tyson hugging that inside lane. Edwin, not a bad run there, trying to get up to the side. And Fusil will protect on the inside out of turn 4. Checker flag in the air for the 10. Tyson Fusil, Edwin Hyde will come home second. Here comes Pays and Lamont through turns 3 and 4 along with Killian Collins. And it'll be Lamont and Collins in 3rd and 4th place, respectively. And that'll conclude our junior sprint B main here. And we're going to hear from the driver of the 10 car coming up momentarily. Edwin Hyde's going to do a quick little changeover from a junior sprint to a mini truck. They're up next. Plus our first of 2 pro kart races tonight. And the junior sprints back to finish their night off with a A-main feature for 20 laps. Let's go trackside to Kate.
Down here with the winner of the B main, Tyson Fusil. Tyson, had to race your way into the A main. How good does it feel? And what is the plan for the A main?
The plan for the A main is just to get back up to the front. We've been struggling this whole day, and we've just had a mess. So I'm just hoping we can get a good run going and hope to get back to the front.
So we saw some smoke coming out of this motor earlier today. I heard it's a new motor, and has that affected anything?
Not that we noticed. It's been last week it ran very well, and then we changed a couple things, and it just has been struggling from there. But we've got it back up to speed, we think. So we're just gonna hope we can bring to the A main and finish here again.
Perfect. Tyson Fusil, watch him in the A main. Fans, hands together one more time for the B main winner, Tyson Fusil.
Thank you very much, Kate. Still to come tonight, hopefully right around 7:20, 7:30. We'll get some drivers and some cars out in the front stretch. Your chance to go down and meet and greet with them. And our main event as well, featuring 4 of our divisions. And our Pro Kart race number 2 after it's all said and done tonight. We've already given away 1 freebie. And we're going to give away a second freebie. Just don't know when. Just a clarification before we get to, if anyone's interested in the Pro Karts or the next, I don't know if it's going to be a trivia. It's Kate's call here. We just got the word, Kate, from the diner, 18 and over. Is that correct? Yep, adults. So 18 and over are eligible for this particular race this evening. Does Rick Gertz qualify for that?
Well, I think he's of age of an adult, but we'll leave it at that.
All right. Still to come, we're mini trucks. We're just waiting for that Edwin Hyde switchover from the junior sprint car to the mini trucks. We hear them firing up. Oh, that's actually Tyson. in the 10 car. And we'll see Tyson coming up momentarily again in the Junior Sprint A main. Yeah, Kate's going to be talking to some drivers during our meet and greet session right around 7:30 this evening for about 20 minutes. You are more than welcome to head down trackside to partake in the festivities. We're going to run it for about 20 minutes and start clearing the track about 10 to 8.
Chris,
hopefully.
I think I found another winner.
All right, let's go to the turn 4 area with Kate.
All right, so what's your name?
Grand Bend Speedway is proud to be part of the Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series, along with over 50 tracks across North America. Promotional consideration for the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series is also provided by Whalen Engineering and CarQuest. For more information on the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series, visit the Weekly Series section at NASCAR.com.
Anybody else is interested,
Hold
you
on,
can
Kate. 1 sec, because the trucks were coming out. We didn't hear where Brian was from again.
I'm originally from England, but I live in Consicon.
From England? Is that what I heard?
He's originally from England, so
Wow.
he's very excited to get into these go-karts. If anybody else is interested, $30, head to the Outside Groove Giner. Challenge your family and friends to this awesome go-kart race.
Yeah, so Ryan's going to be part of that race. We're just going to send the information to our organizers. We're getting set for the Robson Scrap Metals mini truck. Race number 1, there are feature division tonight. We're going to introduce the drivers for you for race number 2 coming up as part of our main event section. So the mini truck class on the racetrack, 20 laps, the scheduled distance for race number 1 of their double feature night. And let's introduce you to our drivers. Out front, that's the 4, Dylan Graham from Glencoe, Ontario. The 19, Ilderton's Caleb Gertz. 18H, Edwin Hyde out of Petrolia. The 18, Quinn Gertz, also from Ilderton. The 53 is Watford's Nick Thuss. The 11, my apologies. That's Colin Klupper from Mitchell, Ontario. White flag on the speedway. 20 laps. The scheduled distance here. This should be a good one here, Kate.
Yeah, the mini trucks have been putting on a show all season. You've got Dylan on the front row, along with Caleb Gertz, last year's track champ, on the outside. Green flags in the air, and we're racing with the mini trucks.
2 by 2 into turns 1 and 2, and Graham will get the lead. Here comes Caleb Gertz on the outside, Hyde to 3rd, thrust to the inside of Quinn Gertz for 4th, and Hyde making a move down to the inside of the 19, and Dylan Graham trying to get away here. Hyde, Caleb Gertz, side by side for 2nd. Nick Thuss trying to hold on, but Quinn Gertz has the inside line on the 53, trying to get the 4th spot back, but Dylan Graham trying to pull away into 4. Caleb Gertz and Edwin Hyde remain side by side. Here comes Quinn Gertz. Look out here. Trying to almost go 3 wide in turn number 1. And Hyde get pushed to the outside, and Quinn Gertz up to 3rd now. Nick Thuss trying to follow Quinn through to the 4th spot. Dylan Graham way out in front here. Caleb Gertz in 2nd. Quinn Gertz in 3rd. And the Gertz boys trying to see if they have anything for the 4 truck right now. Thuss in 4th, Hyde 5th, Klumper in 6th.
Junior sprints are free.
Dylan Graham, followed by Caleb Gertz and Quinn Gertz. Quinn Gertz is taking a different line than Caleb is, really looking to that inside. We'll have to see if he's able to get a run coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, the 18 looks like Quinn's being held up a little bit, maybe by the 19. The 18 might be just a hair faster right now, but Caleb's in the way.
Caleb running a great line, unable for cousin Quinn to get by. It's working for the 19, so just keep on trucking.
Dylan Graham still your leader. Quinn Gertz looking to the inside and trying to poke a nose in there. Caleb Gertz to the outside, and Quinn now trying to get to the door. And the 18 is there. They'll draw even in the corner, and Quinn loose in the corner. They're still side by side for second. Quinn Gertz on the inside, Caleb Gertz on the outside. And Quinn Gertz will grab the second spot. Now we'll see if the 18's got anything for the 4.
18 got a little squirrely coming out of turn 4. Caleb Gertz lining up there as well.
Another battle at the back of the field for 5th. It's Edwin Hine and Colin Klumper doing battle. Dylan Graham remains your leader, and Quinn Gertz is pulling away from the 19. Does he have enough time to catch the 4, Dylan Graham? Graham's got to hit his spots here. That's all he can do, but the 18 is bridging that gap right now between the 19 and the 4. Looks like we got the 5-lap signal from the flag stand. 5 to go for the 4, Dylan Graham. Is there enough time for the 18 of Quinn Gertz? It's only a quarter-mile tri-oval. 4 to go here, if I'm not mistaken. And Graham trying to hold on. The 18 is coming. Can he get there in time? Down the back another time. Dylan Graham, Quinn Gertz, Caleb Gertz, your front 3.
The 18 of Quinn Gertz is running about 1/10 to 2/10 faster than Dylan Graham. He just may run out of time here. It's going to be 2 to go from the flag stand.
Popsicle sticks in the air, 2 to go for the 4, Dylan Graham. Out of Glencoe, Ontario, half a mile for the 4 truck. Will the 18 get there? He's a truck and a half length away, closing in under the turn 4 area. White flag. What's the 18 have for the 4? They're going to settle it with a quarter-mile to go. Graham in front, Quinn Gertz in second. Here we go, final 2 turns. He needs to hug the inside. To the inside, Quinn tries to peek. It's not enough. Dylan Graham will hold on for the first of 2 feature race wins for the mini truck class, brought to you by Robson Scrap Metals. Another 2-3 laps, and that might be a different story. But Dylan Graham, enough time to hold on for the feature race win, and we'll hear from Dylan coming up momentarily with our very own Kate Friel. Coming up, our first of 2 Pro Kart races. Looks like we have 6 drivers. And I love how they sign up their names. Some first names only, some scribble. So we'll just make things up as we go. Let's go trackside to Kate.
Dylan Graham getting out of the car down here. All right, Dylan, you had a good run, but could you feel the 18 knocking on your door?
Yeah, the 18's fast, but I got a good start, got a good lead, and then the rest I just had to hit my marks. But that 18 truck is very fast.
So what's going to be the key to getting out front early and getting that nice lead in order to take feature number 2?
It's going to be hard coming from the back in the second feature, but as long as I can just stay on his tail and as long as I'm in his mirrors, maybe he'll mess up, and then I can get through.
Is there going to be any adjustments that you're going to make to the vehicle before then to see if you can pick up some more speed?
I mean, we'll try and make it faster, but no promises we do.
Well, you heard it. There's your feature winner, Dylan Graham.
All new at Grand Bend Speedway in 2025 is the Cobra Tire Cup Series, a 5-race series running on selected Sundays throughout the summer, with the season finale being held on a special 1-mile superspeedway course behind the traditional Grand Bend quarter mile. Visit grandbendspeedway.ca for more details. Grand Bend family Go Karts are open daily at Grand Bend Speedway. Bring your family or bring your friends and take to the track this summer. No visit to the Grand Bend area is complete without a visit to Grand Bend Speedway family Go Karts. The Outside Groove Diner food court is open daily with Grand Bend Speedway family Go Karts and at all Grand Bend Speedway racing events. Enjoy hard-serve ice cream, subs, pizza, nachos, and more. Featuring a great view of the pits on race night and a live broadcast of the evening's races, be sure to stop by the Outside Groove Diner anytime you're at the track. For a full schedule of events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca.
15, 18, 20 carts out there would be fantastic. $30. Get you in for race number 2. Oh, we just got an updated list. What do we got here? We have 6 carts, 4 first names, and 2 scribbles on the sign-up sheet. So we'll see. They're going to run for 20 laps. We're going to roll them out here. They're just probably getting buckled in just by the diner. That's where we set up the pro carts. How was your, for those people who have not experienced it, let's talk to you, Kate.
But we had a lot of fun. The pro karts are nice and fast, and it's a lot of fun. If it looks easy, it's just like driving a junior late model that I used to drive out here, the 9-horse, or even somewhat similar to a mini truck, just you're lower on the ground with no suspension.
The interesting thing I noticed last week when you and I were racing, we were racing against Jeremy Curtis, a late model driver as well. It feels faster when you're in a pro kart than when we're sitting up here on the hill. It looks like you're circuiting the track a lot faster. The karts, they've done a great job. Gord and his staff here with the pro karts have done a fantastic job in getting the karts in parity as far as speed so that you can compete no matter what kart you're in when you're going around at GBS for sure.
There's also a tutorial when you get here. After you've signed up, you know which kart you're going to run. They take you through a tutorial of the flags, where they would like you to keep the karts on the track. If you look around the track, you'll see two yellow lines, one on the inside and one up high. So you got to stay in that area of the track. And they are a lot of fun. It definitely brings back that racing itch. I raced here at Bend Speedway for years, and it was so much fun to get back on the track. I definitely recommend it to everybody. It's a lot of fun.
So the 72, the name beside the 72 says Gertz. And I'm not quite sure if that's Rick, because if that's Rick, he's supposed to be in race number 2. And the second thing is he cheated on the start. He was full blast in turn 4. The rest of the grid was pacing. He went 4 wide and grabbed the lead by turn 1. It says Gertz beside 72. Olivia Curtis is in 67. Jeremy Curtis in the 46. We have a Patrick in the 64. Caden Patrick in the 64. Cole Cosley in the 27. It is Rick Gertz. All right, who is in charge of communicating to Rick? Now we need to give away a second giveaway, don't we?
I don't know. Maybe they're letting the winners race a couple races. We were probably looking for some more karts to join here tonight. So everybody make sure to get your karts for race number 2. Rick Gertz is out front.
Yeah, Rick Gertz should be black flagged if I was the flag man.
Flagman shakes his head no. Still shaking his head no.
So we're still good for Brian Finney in race number 2. Is that correct? I believe so.
Good battle shaping up in second spot. Rick Gertz takes a look behind him. Oh, he's waiting. He's waiting for some people to catch up.
So, live ticker from Pro Kart Control. It looks like Rick Gertz is going to race both races tonight. So we'll see him again in race number 2. You can still get in. This is what it's like racing go-karts around Bend Speedway. We give you a flag man. We give you corner lights. We give you a full quarter-mile tri-oval. $30 to get you into that race number 2. There's still plenty of seats available. Just go to the Outside Groove Diner and register with the Tabitha. And I'm not sure why we still haven't given the 27 a black flag, because he jumped the start. Yeah, you can shake your head all night long, Flagman Will. It does not matter.
I don't know. The green line is over closer to turn 4 for these go-karts.
Let's see who else we have here.
Rick Gertz is having some fun, waiting to see if anybody's going to catch up.
Yeah, so Cole Cosley's in the 27, Caden Patrick in the 64, Corey Lapine in the 43, Sarah Lapine in the 9, Olivia Curtis in the 67, Jeremy Curtis 46, and Rick Gertz, as mentioned, in the 72. Good battle for that second spot. That's the 27 of Cosley. And looks like the 64 of Caden Patrick battling for that second spot. Yeah, Caden trying to push Cole to the leader here. Now just imagine you bringing your family of 20 and having all 20 racing around the track. That's what we'll do for you here at Bend Speedway Race fans. We'll take families of 20 get you on the racetrack all at the same time. It is a great experience for sure. This is the second year for pro go-karting here at Bend Speedway. Look at Grandpa Gertz right up at the fence, raring to get in on a go-kart. So Rick's just looking behind. He's getting a little arrogant here in the 72. 27 and the 64 are reeling him in, but I think he's letting them reel him in. Our flagman is under review now. All right, Will, how many laps left? Hold up the fingers for me. 5 to go this time by, Will. 5 to go this time by. Thank you, Will. Rick Gertz out front, just cruising. Cosley in the 27. Patrick in the 64.
Rick Gertz is giving up that inside line. It might cost him. Look at them gaining.
Oh, yeah, he's giving it up all right. He's just waiting for some competition. He wouldn't have had that big of a lead if he didn't jump to start. We got the replay on Checkered Flag Media, too. And like I said, our flagman's under review. Anybody want a flag for the rest of the night in the stands, let me know. We got these karts, race number 2, coming up tonight to finish things off after our main event. You can still get in on the race. We have Brian Finney, one of our winners, going to be racing along with Rick Gertz. Hey, Brian, if you have a chance to dump that Gertz machine into the grass tonight, I'll watch if Brian's still over there. Oh, he's right. Did you hear what I said? Yeah, if you have a chance to dump that 72 tonight, I'll give you a free hot dog. We got white flag coming up here. Still to come before our meet and greet session, our A main for the junior sprints. White flag on the speedway. Gertz out front. Cosley and Patrick, your front 3. And Cosley and Patrick have stayed hooked up for the last 10 laps trying to cut into that lead, but it's all 72 here of Rick Gertz. Checkered flag in the air for the 72, Rick Gertz. Cole Cosley, Caden Patrick will finish in your podium positions. And we're actually going to talk to Rick Gertz. This should be fun. Down on the racetrack with our very own Kate Friel. Got one kart that's not sounding too well. So the Pace ATV will pick up the field except for the 72. And 72. Kate, Kate, if you can hear me, we gotta ask him about the start.
All right, down here with our winner, Rick Gertz. Did anybody tell you how you won this go-kart ride today?
It's just my superior skills and my excellent start. The slingshot, no one could touch me.
I don't even know how to interview him.
I don't think he understood the question.
So earlier, somebody won, and they were gonna have to pick between their grandchildren. And I looked up and said, "How about Rick?" Does that surprise you?
I am the favorite child. So.
He's gonna be running one more race. Do you think you can do it 2 for 2 tonight?
If I get this kart, yeah.
All right, you heard it. Winner, Rick Gertz.
Thank you, Kate. Based on those comments from our winner, if anyone has any rubber boots, I would suggest you put them on right now. Still to come, Junior Sprint A main, and then we're going to head to our meet and greet portion of our evening.
So, Chris, I think after that, Will's putting you under review.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go race against Rick. Myself and Brian are going to team up. All right, Junior Sprint A main brought to you by Pinedale Motor Inn. 20 laps to scheduled distance. A special treat after this one. Kate's going to talk to our podium finishers, our top three. Out front, the black 6X of Maxwell Lloyd from London. The 2 is West Lorne, Ontario's Blake Watson. The 38, that's Bryson Fuller out of London. My apologies, the 98, Bryson Fuller out of London. The blue 6, that's Alexis Eaton from London. The 10X, Max and Desat from Chatham. The 10 is London's Tyson Fusil.
Troubles for the 90.
The
Paisley
18H
Lamont on the
is
front straightaway.
The 18H is Edwin Hyde out of Petrolia, as the crews will look to the 90 of Paisley Lamont. The 75, that's Killian Collins from Petrolia. The 39, Landon Moore from Watford. The 9, Ethan Lloyd from London. The 85, Strathroy's Ryan Clark. 20 laps of scheduled distance. That was a good interview trackside with Rick, by the way.
It was interesting. Looks like the 90 is going to get a push.
He self-acknowledged that start. Did you hear him?
He said he did a
was out.
slingshot.
Yeah, slingshot.
He never said he jumped the start. He said he did the slingshot.
He jumped the start from turn 3. Still looking for a flag man to replace Will for the rest of the night as well. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that I've ever seen an
I can
announcer
flag.
get a black
There's
flag,
nothing
but it
to
might
it.
happen.
I could flag. I just have to know what the colors mean. So we're getting things sorted out here in the infield. After this, we're going to bring some drivers, some cars out, some crews out for our meet and greet trackside. And then we'll head to our main event. And following our main event, which will feature 4 divisions tonight, will be race number 2 of our Pro Kart series, including our 2 winners, Rick Gertz and Brian Finney. We'll race amongst anyone else who wants to jump in. $30 for 20 laps. You saw what it looks like. Really good deal. At amusement park, Go Kart tracks and stuff like that, you're paying like $18 for 5 minutes. $15 for 5 minutes. Here you're paying $30 for 20 laps, and you saw how much track time that is. So still caution on the speedway here. Thanks for joining us as well if you are with us on Checkered Flag Media. Saw a lot of people getting the pizza boxes. Is that what's in there is pizza? How is it, sir? Was it good? You'd recommend it? All right, pizza is good here at GBS at the Outside Groove Diner.
We're almost to our meet and greet portion, and we haven't asked, is there any new race fans here tonight? Is it the first time at Grand Bend Speedway? Put your hands in the air.
I like that.
Oh, we
Thank
got
you so
some
much for joining
new
us.
ones.
And over here as well in turn 4, yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. Last week we had 35 people from one cottage in Grand Bend that came over, but we tried, but they didn't invite the rest of the spectators back to the cottage post-race. We tried, though, didn't we?
We did try.
All right, doubled up, ready to go here. Green flag next time by, 20 laps of scheduled distance. This is your junior sprint A main, brought to you by Pinedale Motor Inn. Lloyd on the inside, Watson on the outside. Green flag, we're racing with our junior sprints. Into turn one, they go. Lloyd quickly out front. Watson with a good run. 3 wide, Clark on the outside. And Desat had to hold up there. Fuller in the third spot. Ryan Clark coming on the high side in that 85 machine. Desat in that 10. Hyde in the 18H. Lots of maneuvering in that top 8. Watson looks to the inside, got loose. And Lloyd will keep the lead. Here comes Ryan Clark in that 85. Ryan Clark's had a whale of a 2025. Really competitive this season, which is great to see from that car out of the Strathroy stable. Edwin Hyde up to 4th now, pressuring Clark. Then it's Fuller, Fusil, Desat, Eaton battling for the 5th spot. And then Ethan Lloyd in the 9, Moore and Collins. Hyde past Clark for the 3rd spot, Kate.
A little bit further in the pack, we've got the 98 of Bryson Fuller and Alexis Eaton were doing battle. Fuller on the inside, Eaton was able to make the pass, and around goes the 10X of Desat by Fuller as well.
Yeah, Fuller got into the back end of the 10X in turn 4. They both were really squirrely, but both kept it straight. Good job on those drivers. Leaders coming up onto some back marker traffic now. The 9 of Lloyd, the 75 of Collins. It's Maxwell Lloyd out front, Watson in 2nd, Hyde 3rd, and Clark in 4th. Well, I'll go to the high side of the 9. Now they're coming up on the 75 of Collins. And Blake Watson's lost some track position a little bit, allowing Edwin Hyde to kind of reel her in a bit.
Yeah, Watson lost some track position coming out of turn 4. Kind of like that time by as well. Lap traffic going really high in the corner. She's going to have to do some work to make up some room. Oh, no, troubles, I think, with the 6 of Maxwell Lloyd.
Went off the pace, got really loose out of turn number 2. Now it's a 3-car battle at the front of the field. Lloyd, Watson, Hyde, they're all there. Ryan Clark trying to join the party.
Hyde looks to the inside of Watson. Watson shuts the door. Halfway through the junior sprints race, Maxwell Lloyd at the front, Watson, Hyde, 2nd and 3rd.
Hyde looks to the inside of Watson again. Edwin wants to go here. Oh, Blake really loose. Wow, she was sawing on that wheel big time through turn 4 and lost a ton of momentum. Edwin will grab the 2nd spot. Blake will hold on to 3rd for the time being. Maxwell Lloyd front of the field. Around Ethan Lloyd now to the high side of Landon Moore. Hyde 2nd, Watson 3rd. Now Alexis Eaton has caught Ryan Clark for that 4th spot. And the 210 cars battling in for position, Desat and Fusil.
Watson makes up some ground right on the bumper of Hyde now, going around some lap traffic. They got to reel back in Maxwell Lloyd. Almost all the leaders are through the lap traffic.
Five to go this time by for your leader out of turn 4, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd. Edwin Hyde runs in 2nd, followed by Blake Watson. Then it's Ryan Clark, Alexis Eaton battling for the 4th spot. And then Tyson Fusil and Maxim Desat battling for the 6th spot.
Maxwell Lloyd just needs to keep going and keep it in fresh air. The battle right now is between Hyde and Watson for 2nd and 3rd. But Alexis Eaton has made up a lot of ground in 4th. So I'm not sure if she's going to have enough to get to Watson for third, but she's going to try.
Alexis passed Ryan Clark for position, and now Clark falling into the clutches of Tyson Fusil and Maxim Desat. Less than 2 laps to go, leader in turn number 3. Great battle of shaping up for the 5th spot. Clark, Fusil, and Desat all right there together. White flag on the speedway. A lap car in between Lloyd and Hyde, so that'll help. Hyde trying to hold on a second, takes a shot from Watson out of turn 4. Checkered flag in the air from Maxwell Lloyd in that 6X. Edwin Hyde will come home second. And I think Alexis Eaton got by Watson for third at the last second. We'll wait and see on the official call there. Alexis Eaton coming out of nowhere to contend for that third position in that final podium spot. So, Kate, we're not going to have the second place driver for you. I think Edwin's got to get into his truck.
The missing 18 vehicle really confused everybody down here. Yes, we are doing top.
They're going to call Edwin back out, Kate, because the trucks don't race for a little while.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and start if you wish. Great job by Alexis Eaton as well, just getting past Watson out of turn 4. Let's go trackside to Kate Friel.
All right, so we'll start with the third position. Maybe. Alexis, you were able to take Blake Watson in the last corner. Walk us through it.
Yeah, she was just went up high, and then I decided just to take it, and I ended up here.
You were running really fast. So what have you guys done to make this vehicle so fast?
Just building up confidence and just learning to pass down low, and yeah.
When you talk about confidence, is that just more seat time, more taking laps, or have you guys been coming out and doing some practice?
Just being more confident on like the track and learning the lines.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in the top 3 again.
That's Alexis Eaton, your third place runner here, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a hand.
All right. Second place, Edwin is back out with us. You had to get ready in the truck?
Yeah, I did.
Well, we're happy that he's back to join us. Walk us through your race.
I thought that everybody raced clean this race. I'm going to thank everybody. I never saw any spinouts, cautions, and I'd like to thank Magnum Signs and UA 663. And I'm dedicating the first half of the season to my grandpa. He passed away 7 years ago today.
Well, that's a good. So everybody put your hands together for Edwin Hyde. All right, now we'll walk back over to our feature winner, the 6X, who's going to burn himself a little bit on his exhaust, so we're not going to do that. Maxwell Lloyd, everybody put your hands together. All right, you were very excited when you just got out of this kart. Tell us about your race.
Well, I had to keep the bottom line from anybody passing me, so they couldn't do it. It's the first time I won this season, so it's a real good achievement for me.
Well, congratulations on the first win. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for getting you here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank London Drive System, Custom Fluid Power, all the other sponsors, Bar Motorsports, and all the other sponsors, my parents, my brother for racing here, and Grand Bend for letting us race here.
Awesome. Well, everybody, Maxwell Lloyd takes his first feature win of the season.
All right, thank you, Kate. What's going to happen now, race fans? We're going to get some cars out here, some drivers, some crews. We're going to situate them on the front stretch, and then we're going to give you the green light. Now, you can enter the track when we tell you to, right behind the flag stand on the stairs. But let's get these cars sorted out first, please, and we'll let you know.
Grand Bend Speedway is proud to be part of the Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series, along with over 50 tracks across North America. Promotional consideration for the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series is also provided by Whalen Engineering and CarQuest. For more information on the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series, visit the Weekly Series section at NASCAR.com. Huron Transfer Service late models bring the thrill of high-intensity late model racing to GBS as the track's top local division in the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series. Cobra tires help keep racing affordable and fair for drivers. Special thanks to Huron Transfer Service for their support, serving Central Huron and surrounding areas. Give them a call at 519-482-1100 to book your next ride. Dock Stater Property Maintenance Bone Stocks provide a low-cost option for getting into full-size racing using cars that are readily available through scrap yards. Dock Stater Property Maintenance provides lawn maintenance, snow, and ice control management for the Oneida Nation of the Thames, Chippewa of the Thames First Nation, Munsee Delaware Nation, Strathroy Caradoc Township, and South London. Robson Scrap Metal Mini Trucks are a classic half-scale division of racing at Grand Bend Speedway. Because of their size, the mini trucks turn Grand Bend Speedway from a short track into a full-throttle super speedway all the way around. A special thanks to Robson Scrap Metal, located on Carling Street in St. Mary's, for their support of the mini trucks. Grand Bend Home Hardware 9-horsepower Sprints are considered the original division of Grand Bend Speedway. Even before the track was expanded, the Sprints were running and providing amazing competition. McLean's Home Hardware is located in Grand Bend, with all you need to make your next home or garden project a success. The Pinedale Motor Inn Junior Sprints are the entry-level division for kids to get involved in racing. Open to drivers up to the age of 14, kids build their experience lap by lap. Pinedale Motor Inn is just a stone's throw away from the beaches of Grand Bend and the paths of Pinery Provincial Park. It's your cozy retreat after a sun-soaked Grand Bend day. For more information on any of these divisions, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Special thanks to our supporters. Marbolt Fasteners, Strathroy. In a need-it-now world, nothing is worse than not being able to take your soybeans off, not finish a fabrication job, or even finish the bed frame for your family staying the weekend just because of a few bolts you couldn't find in town. With over 10,000 and growing different items in stock, we are your solution. Locally owned and operated, visit marbolt.com. Family owned and operated McCann Ready Mix has ready mix plants located in Mount Carmel, Exeter, Mitchell, and Watford. They offer a wide variety of other services ranging from concrete construction, excavation, aggregates, and drag lining. Marshman Engines has been a longtime supporter of competition at Grand Bend Speedway. Keith Marshman has been a trusted and reliable source for small engine repair, maintenance,
During
and
our meet and
diagnostics.
greets, Kate's going to be doing some interviews. You can start with your interviews if you want, Kate, and we'll send spectators down when I get the green light, but you can go ahead. Mike is yours.
All right, down here with the junior sprint driver of the 90 of Paisley Lamont. Paisley, we weren't able to see in the A main. You had some issues. Can you tell us what happened?
I really don't know at this point, but we got it all working and ready, but I just missed out on the last time.
So missed out getting back on the track, just had a little bit of technical issues that they were able to fix for you. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I would like to thank Stickers and Scuff, my mom and dad, Grand Bend for the track, and Do It for Dale.
Awesome. That's Paisley Lamont in the 90 of the junior sprints.
Race fans, you are good to go. If you want to go down and meet and greet with some of the drivers and crews, just head on through the gate behind the flag stand and down the steps. You're more than welcome to join us here on Front Stretch. Come out and visit. We're going to be going till about close to 10 to 5 to. Back to you, Kate.
Down here with Bryson Fuller. So Bryson, how did the kart feel today?
It felt decent. Just kept on pushing me to the grass, so I was fighting with it the whole time.
So gonna go back to the drawing board and see if you can figure it out for next time out?
Yeah, probably.
All right, is there anybody you'd like to thank on your kart today?
Yes. Muffler Man, Super Audio Video, Ace Auto Parts, Shepherd's Cartage, Ontario Dog Fence, Grilling with Sheldon, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, my sister-in-law, and my grandma. And thank you to Trevor Culber for giving me tips before the race today.
Awesome. Bryson Fuller. All right, down here with the 9-horse 90 of Keegan Lamont. Keegan, you told him not to touch it. Why?
Because my car was running flawless during practice, and I didn't want anyone to mess it.
So have they touched it for feature race?
Nope.
Got anybody you want to thank on this vehicle?
Stickers and stuff. Do it for Dale. Auto Fusion Towing. Leaf Racewear. Do it for Dale, and I forgot.
So we were just down here, and he said C'est La Vie Hair Salon sponsor, and Keegan is looking to be at the front of the 9-horse. So I'm down here with the 11 of the mini trucks, Colin Clumper. He said, oh, geez, when I asked him to do an interview. So it just makes me happy to do it now. So, Colin, how's it running today?
Awesome.
What's it going to take to get this truck closer to the front?
More speed.
More speed, more seat time maybe too? You have to give me more than 3 words of the next question, okay? Who do you want to thank?
Canadiana Concrete, CarQuest, Blast That, Christie Farms, Redline Concrete, and Mitchell Cycle.
Perfect. Colin Clumber in the 11 mini truck. All right, down here with the 31K of Hemps. He does all the setup on the 31, so we got to figure out, did you make Dad's car so you can win the next one?
It's a two-person effort. There's got to be somebody that sits in the car on the scales and someone that just reads off the numbers. So he is a very important part to this whole equation as well. But we left my car back in the pits to hopefully pack and dial all the fast into it. We're out here making it look good with Dad's car. But if he did anything, I told him just to change up his line getting into turn 1. And I was like, if you do that, it's the car will adjust itself kind of thing. It's like, it's so close. It's like, that's the only spot I can guarantee get a run on him every time. So if he would take that line away from me, I think it would be a lot tougher sledding. So we'll see what the second one brings. The air temperatures come down. The track should have some grip in it. So we'll give her a try again.
Now, the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven, were you guys able to get that car running for tonight, or is it going to look like that's going to be next time out?
Yeah, he said it's got some more issues. It's unfortunate. I thought the car was in better shape when he bought it. That's okay. He said he had at least 2 solid weeks of work going on just to try and prep it and then come out here testing, and then it ends up dropping a chain, and then he tore a brake line, and then he dropped a chain again in the practice, and it was like there's something going on with just the rear axle, just the alignment of stuff and the chain tension stuff. He just needs to get whatever, just to wrap our heads around that. So he said he loaded it up, and he said he will be back with us next weekend. He'll get some stuff sorted out through the week. Dad and I both said if he has any questions, we're just a text message away. So it's like, we want to see these cars out here as bad as anybody. There's people out there that claim to own cars for these series, don't have them for sale, and don't want to run them. It's getting pretty pathetic. On their respect, we're out here trying our best and having a hoot doing it. Just wish everybody would come in and enjoy it with us.
Perfect. Well, Pro Sprints will have it 4 cars out next time by. So thank you, Brent. And again, if you are looking for Ontario Pro Sprint, hook up with us and they will help you out.
Race fans trackside, this is your 10-minute warning. A 10-minute warning for our fans visiting on the track. 10 minutes. Thank you.
All right, down here with the 19 of Caleb Gertz. Okay, Dad won the Pro Karts. So what has he taught you about track?
Well, he hasn't taught me a whole lot, to be honest, because I wasn't watching the race. Today, he hasn't taught me a lot today, but I wasn't watching the race, but I heard it was a hell of a start, so good on him for that, even though it might have been illegal.
All right, so he's passed along the go fast off the start, the slingshot that he's calling it. Is there anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight?
I want to thank my dad for driving here tonight, for one. Full J Financial, Gordon Tabitha for putting on this race with this awesome track, and everyone who comes out and watches, because it makes a real big difference when everyone's out here watching you.
Perfect. We'll see the 19 and the mini trucks up after the meet and greet. All right, back with the 6 of Alexis Eaton in the junior sprints. We forgot the most important thing on a race car, right? The sponsors. Can you thank them for me?
I would like to thank Extreme Metalworks, NTN Bearings, my Nana, my grandma, dad, and my mom and dad in the track.
Awesome. Again, the 6 of Alexis Eaton.
Welcome back to those of our fans watching on Checker Flag Media, getting set for the 8 o'clock main event here on a gorgeous Saturday evening at Grand Bend Speedway. Chris Orrs and Kate Friel. Some pretty good preliminary action leading into our main event.
Yeah, we had a lot of good competition from the junior sprints, as well as we've had some great heat races so far. We've seen the Ontario Pro Sprints once already, as well as some heat races from the other classes.
Okay, so tell us what's coming up in the main event for our viewers at home.
So in the main event, we have another feature from the Ontario Pro Sprints. That'll be a race. We've got the 9-horse, the late models, and the mini trucks starting us off.
So coming up top of the hour, we'll open things up with our national anthem. Kate's going to introduce you to our drivers in the mini truck feature, plus 3 other divisions featured in our main event this evening. Thanks for joining us on Checkered Flag Media. We'll check in shortly.
Grand Bend Speedway is proud to be part of the Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series, along with over 50 tracks across North America. Promotional consideration for the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series is also provided by Whalen Engineering and CarQuest. For more information on the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series, visit the Weekly Series section at NASCAR.com. Huron Transfer Service late models bring the thrill of high-intensity late model racing to GBS as the track's top local division in the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series. Cobra tires help keep racing affordable and fair for drivers. Special thanks to Huron Transfer Service for their support, serving Central Huron and surrounding areas. Give them a call at 519-482-1100 to book your next ride. Dock Stater Property Maintenance Bone Stocks provide a low-cost option for getting into full-size racing using cars that are readily available through scrap yards. Dock Stater Property Maintenance provides lawn maintenance, snow and ice control management for the Oneida Nation of the Thames, Chippewa of the Thames First Nation, Munsee Delaware Nation, Strathroy Caradoc Township, and South London. Robson Scrap Metal Mini Trucks are a classic half-scale division of racing at Grand Bend Speedway. Because of their size, the mini trucks turn Grand Bend Speedway from a short track into a full-throttle super speedway all the way around. A special thanks to Robson Scrap Metal, located on Carling Street in St. Mary's, for their support of the mini trucks. Grand Bend Home Hardware 9-horsepower Sprints are considered the original division of Grand Bend Speedway. Even before the track was expanded, the Sprints were running and providing amazing competition. McLean's Home Hardware is located in Grand Bend, with all you need to make your next home or garden project a success. The Pinedale Motor Inn Junior Sprints are the entry-level division for kids to get involved in racing. Open to drivers up to the age of 14, kids build their experience lap by lap. Pinedale Motor Inn is just a stone's throw away from the beaches of Grand Bend and the paths of Pinery Provincial Park. It's your cozy retreat after a sun-soaked Grand Bend day. For more information on any of these divisions, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Special thanks to our supporters. Marbolt Fasteners, Strathroy. In a need-it-now world, nothing is worse than not being able to take your soybeans off, not finish a fabrication job, or even finish the bed frame for your family staying the weekend just because of a few bolts you couldn't find in town. With over 10,000 and growing different items in stock, we are your solution. Locally owned and operated, visit marbolt.com. Family owned and operated McCann Ready Mix has ready mix plants located in Mount Carmel, Exeter, Mitchell, and Watford. They offer a wide variety of other services ranging from concrete construction, excavation, aggregates, and drag lining. Marshman Engines has been a longtime supporter of competition at Grand Bend Speedway. Keith Marshman has been a trusted and reliable source for small engine repair, maintenance, and diagnostics. Thank you, Marshman Engines. Located in Exeter, Ontario, Country Corners is a family-run multi-line power sports dealership selling and servicing motorcycles, snowmobiles, ATVs, side-by-sides, e-bikes, tractors, and more. Visit them at countrycorners.net. Special thanks also to CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Home Run Delivery, Lambton Sanitation, Stratford Auto Recycle, Cobra Racing Tires, Action Trailers, and Horton's Lakeshore Enterprises. Thank you also to RCM Racing Equipment, Excalibur Insurance, and Leaf Racewear. Broadcast services for today's race are provided by checkeredflagmedia.com. For a full summer schedule of Grand Bend Speedway events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Special thanks to our supporter, MyFM 105.7 Strathroy and 90.5 Exeter. Each day, the teams at MyFM leverage the power of local radio and their local websites to help make a difference in our communities. Find them online at exetertoday.ca and strathroytoday.ca for local community news, events, and contests. You'll find them on the radio dial at 105.7 FM in Strathroy and 90.5 FM in Exeter. For a full schedule of Grand Bend Speedway events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Here's a rundown of the championship point standings at Grand Bend Speedway coming into tonight's event. In the NASCAR Late Model Series, sponsored by Huron Taxi Service, Jeremy Curtis leads the way over Ryland Fascinato by 11 points. In the NASCAR Ontario Pro Sprints, one of our growing series at Grand Bend Speedway, Adrian Kemps leads the way over his son Brent Kemps with 15 points. In the NASCAR 9-horsepower sprint sponsored by Home Hardware, Carter Nickel out of Elsa Craig leads the way with 6 points over Keegan Lamont. In the mini trucks, Quinn Gertz leads the way, followed by Dylan Graham and Caleb Gertz, who are in a tight 1-point battle for second and third place. In the junior sprints, Edwin Hyde out of Petrolia leads the way with a commanding lead, followed by Blake Watson out of West Lorne and Alexis Eaton from London. In the Go Kart Racing League, Andrew Ropnerain out of Bolton leads the way, followed by Cole Cosley out of Sarnia and Julian Travio out of Sarnia. Coming up on Saturday, August 23rd, it's the Tri-State Sprint Series making their first ever Grand Bend Speedway event. This is one fans are not going to want to miss. They've got sprints out here. They've got super modifieds. It's an amazing program, and we're thrilled to be able to bring these drivers out to the quarter mile. Most of the drivers are coming up out of Michigan, and it's going to be great to see these high-powered racing machines. That's main event, 8 o'clock p.m. Saturday, August 23rd. Come on out early at 5:45 p.m. if you want to make a night out of it and catch the preliminary events. The third annual Brad Clark Memorial takes place at 1 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, September 7th. And some schedule changes make sure that you catch that championship night number 1 is taking place on Saturday, September 13th. And championship night number 2 for the other divisions is on Saturday, September 20th. We've also had some date changes to the upcoming Corn Cob Classic that's going to be taking place on what we're calling the Grand Bend Super Speedway Hybrid Oval, making use of the facility behind the racetrack. That's now going to be on October 18th through 19th here in 2025. Not going to want to miss that one. Be sure to check grandbendspeedway.ca for a full schedule of events.
Now down trackside for driver introductions for our featured class this week, the Robson Scrap Metals Mini Trucks to Kate Friel.
Thank you. Thank you, race fans, for that rendition. Check, check, check. Test, test, test.
We have no audio. I have nothing, Chris.
Check. Test 1, 2.
I got no mic.
Okay. Just stay on the track and just roll them through. We can't do driver intros. Mics are dead. I have no mic.
Yeah, like it's registering on the thing, but it's not on the speakers. It's the speakers out there.
Introducing the starting lineup, the 4 from Glencoe, Ontario, Dylan Graham. The 19 from Ilderton, Ontario, Caleb Gertz. The 18 from Ilderton, Ontario, or sorry, the 18H is from Petrolia, Ontario. That's Edwin Hyde. The 18 Green Machine from Ilderton, Ontario, Quinn Gertz. The 53 from Watford, Ontario, Nick Thuss. And to the front of the field from Mitchell, Ontario, the number 11, Colin Klumper.
Here's the field coming out of turn number 4, looking for the green flag, and we're racing with the mini trucks. Klumper on the inside, Thuss on the outside. On the inside, Edwin Hyde on the outside, and Quinn's going to make it 3 wide. Down the back, looking for the lead early. Oh, what a show of strength for Quinn Gertz in the 18. Yeah. Gertz with the lead. Caleb Gertz up to second. Here comes Nick Thuss on the outside. Gets a push from Edwin Hyde on the outside for third. Great battle. Three wide battle for the fourth spot. Graham to the inside of Klumper and Edwin Hyde. Quinn Gertz out front, followed by Caleb Gertz. Nick Thuss trying to catch the Gertz boys up front. Dylan Graham's up to fourth now. And we'll see if anyone has anything for the 18, who was the strongest truck in heat number one, although won by Dylan Graham.
Before Dylan Graham was worried about the 18 of Quinn Gertz. The 18 has been fast. That green machine out front, followed by his cousin Caleb in the 19. Gertz boys are up front of this field.
Gertz out front, Quinn Gertz followed by Caleb Gertz. Nick Thuss in the third spot. Dylan Graham trying to catch the leaders here. Then it's Edwin Hyde and Colin Klumper running in fifth and sixth respectively.
Quinn Gertz has this if he got to the front of the field with all that speed that he had in the first race. Dylan Graham knew that he couldn't let him get too far away, but Quinn Gertz is off to the races at the front.
Good battle shaping up for the second spot as Caleb Gertz trying to protect from Nick Thuss and Dylan Graham. 5 to go this time by for Quinn Gertz in the 18. Here they come, leaders. There we go. Welcome back. Thank you to our technical staff. Quinn Gertz out front, Caleb Gertz, Nick Thuss, Dylan Graham, your front four. Then it's Hyde and Klumper. Less than 5 laps to go. It's so good to be back. We apologize for technical difficulties. Leaders down the backstretch another time. Less than 2 to go for Quinn Gertz, who was about a lap or two shy from taking a feature run number 1. Here's Quinn into turn number 1. Will lead a white flag on the speedway. Caleb Gertz, Nick Thuss, Dylan Graham all over the 53. Down the back another time. Graham looks to the inside of Thuss for a position. Out of turn 4, it's going to be Quinn Gertz. Checkered flag, feature race number 2 for the Robson Scrap Metals. Feature number 2, mini trucks, followed by Caleb Gertz, Nick Thuss, Dylan Graham, Edwin Hyde, Colin Klumper. Your running order unofficially. And we do apologize for technical difficulties earlier, and thank you to all of our singers in attendance tonight. I was in the trailer, so what happens when we're in the broadcast booth, race fans, I can hear the feed from Checkered Flag Media. So I'm thinking, okay, the anthem's playing, we're good to go. Then I start talking, I can hear myself talking because once again, the live feed is working. and I'm cueing Kate for the driver intros, and nothing's happening. I walk out, and everybody's standing up still and singing. So what is going on here? So we do apologize for those technical difficulties, and we will do another driver intro for the mini trucks at a future date for sure. Kate's going to talk to our winning driver. It looks like the top 3, actually, for tonight. And we'll send it down trackside to Kate Friel.
All right, we're down here with the 53 of Nick Thuss. Nick, you had a good run. You started outside pole. Take us through your race.
Oh, yeah, I started outside pole. Was just trying to hold on to that position. Got a little loose on the outside. Some people got underneath me. I just had to take it one lap at a time and try to get back to the front.
You've got some sponsors on this vehicle. Who do you want to thank tonight?
I got to thank all my sponsors, Dorman Bros Barn Equipment, Ramba Excavating, SJ Garden Sheds, LaSalle Pork, Brody Seed with Mazex, VDM Farms. I got to thank my papa for painting the truck, and then I got to thank my dad and Daryl Lyman for all their help. So thanks.
All right, put your hands together for our third place finisher, Nick Thuss. All right, Caleb, he taught you nothing, but you ended up in the top 3. So take us through your race.
Well, it was just a whole bunch of going in circles, turning left, and going fast. But I don't know, we seem to be doing better in this second race. We changed a couple tire pressures, and I don't know, just did our best and got a second, which is better than our last race. So I don't know, we're here.
What's it going to take to knock Cousin Quinn speed down a little bit or be able to chase him up there near the front?
Well, it's either he's got to get worse or he's got to make a mistake somewhere, because I'd say we're pretty even. He might just have a little bit of an advantage on me, but I don't know. I think now it's just where we're starting is what's going to really determine it.
Perfect. Anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank Fulton J Financial, my mom, my dad, my sister, my both sets of grandparents, and my Aunt Laura. Everyone who comes out and watches, it's really amazing that you guys are out here, and yeah, thanks for coming out.
The 19, Quinn Gertz. Or sorry, Caleb Gertz. Now I'm going to Quinn Gertz. You guys got to stop doing that to me. All right, Quinn, you've been fast. Dylan said that he had to get ahead of you or he was in some trouble. What has this 18 been like tonight?
It was feeling pretty good, a bit loose at the start. First race, had a tough time trying to catch number 4. It got close by the end, but one more lap probably could have had him. This race, he just held the front, and yeah.
Anybody on this vehicle that you want to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank Fulton J Financial for sponsoring the race team, and I'd like to thank my grandparents for coming out, the Farmer family. I'd like to thank my mom especially. She's always here and always supporting me, and my dad for taking care of the pits, and yeah.
All right, put your hands together for our winner of our mini trucks, Quinn Gertz.
Thank you, Kate. Quinn Gertz, Caleb Gertz, Nick Thuss are your top 3 from our Robson Scrap Metals mini truck division, our feature division of the evening. And once again, we will get those driver intros at a future date for the trucks. They deserve that as much as anyone. Coming up, our NASCAR late models. Doesn't matter if it's Quinn or Caleb. They got to thank the Gertz family because they come in droves to the racetrack. They pretty much have to thank you guys, because if they don't, they're going to get in trouble. Good to see Kate's mic working again as well. That's fantastic. I was waving at Kate from the press box saying, go, 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 because I thought everybody's working well. She's not going. I'm waving her, go, thumbs up, thumbs up. So thank you to Luke and our technical crew for getting us back on the line. We appreciate it. Time now for our NASCAR late models, brought to you by our sponsor for them, our Huron Taxi. On the racetrack, we have the 92, Dwayne Horton out of Goderich, Ontario. The 77 is Park Hills, Jeremy Curtis. The 1 is Jonathan Schwemmler from Listowel, Ontario. Rylan Fascinato in the 25 from Goderich. The 99, Gord Bennett from Park Hill. 35 laps to scheduled distance here for our NASCAR late models. Good truck race, Kate.
It was a great truck race. They were flipping back and forth, and the Gertz cousins got to the front really fast, and that's where they needed to be in order to keep the 4 of Dylan Graham back. Again, I'd like to thank all the fans for their lovely singing. I got to hear it all trackside.
There's our main event flyby off of turn 2, a little late, but nonetheless. Here they come out of turn 4, late models ready to do battle. Great flag. Jeremy Curtis tries to get a jump on Horton. Horton fights back on the inside. Nice to see 5 late models in close competition here at Bend Speedway. Dwayne Horton out front in that 92. Curtis in the second spot. Schwemmler to third. Bennett up to fourth, followed by Fascinato. They're strung out nicely around the quarter mile here.
Jeremy Curtis having a good run in that second spot. Horton doing a great job of taking that lead that he was able to get right off the start and running with it. That keeps Schwemmler back in third position. He's been a constant feature winner here. So away he goes.
Dwayne Horton in that 92 starting to stretch it out now. Through turns 1 and 2, down the back. Curtis under pressure from Schwemmler now. Fascinato to the inside of Bennett looking for the 4 spot. Through turns 3 and 4.
Schwemmler's looking to the inside of Curtis. Curtis has got to protect that inside of the corners so that Schwemmler doesn't pounce.
Yeah, it's all Horton out front. Curtis under siege from Schwemmler. Fascinato got back by Bennett for the 4th spot, but it's all Horton in the 92.
With a full straightaway lead is the 92 of Horton. Horton just needs to keep running lap after lap to keep Curtis and Schwemmler behind him. Schwemmler took a peek to the inside but didn't have the room. Had to back out there. Jeremy Curtis doing a great job in that 77. Schwemmler looks to the inside. Curtis able to get the run. Around goes Schwemmler. He drove in deep there on Curtis, but wasn't able to handle backing off in order not to hit Curtis, and ends up looping it over in turn 2.
So I think the one of Schwemmler is going to go to the back of the field here. We've lost the 99 of Bennett as well. Horton's your leader, Curtis, Schwemmler, and Fascinato. Fascinato will be given the 3rd spot, so he'll get the inside of row 2. And then Jonathan Schwemmler, white flag on the speedway. Here we go. It's the 92. Dwayne Horton will bring him back to green. Horton, Curtis on the outside. Fascinato to the inside of Schwemmler. Fascinato trying to get to the inside of Curtis in the 77. And Schwemmler fighting back on the outside.
Schwemmler's going to have to take the outside of Fascinato around. But Fascinato's really doing a great job of holding him off on the inside. That's giving a good lead to Curtis to kind of run with here. Curtis needs to take lap after lap in order to bridge that gap between himself, Schwemmler, and Fascinato.
Still battling for that third spot. Fascinato and Schwemmler, my apologies, side by side, halfway. And Horton not able to stretch out the lead as much as he had before over Curtis. Schwemmler still battling on the outside of Fascinato.
Schwemmler's trying to stick it to the inside of Fascinato. As long as Fascinato keeps that line closed, might secure himself a spot there. Little loose coming out of 2.
Horton has the lead out of turn number 4 still, and now stretching it out. Curtis remains in second spot, followed by Fascinato and Schwemmler. Now Schwemmler to the inside of Fascinato for position, and will grab the third spot.
Fascinato did a good job holding off Schwemmler, but was unable to continue to do so. Left that inside line open, and Schwemmler jumped all over it. Jeremy Curtis has got to go and hit his marks here in order to secure that second place.
That lead just over a full straightaway now for the 92 of Horton. Curtis, Schwemmler, Fascinato, second through fourth. Tail end of this feature now. And Schwemmler slowly reeling that 77 in of Jeremy Curtis. Half a lap lead now for Horton in the 92. And now Curtis and Schwemmler re-engage in a battle that saw the one spin into the grass a few laps ago.
Schwemmler trying to use that inside line to get around Jeremy. Jeremy's just got to protect it in order to secure that second place. Horton's over a straightaway ahead of Schwemmler and Curtis, so Horton's just got to keep laying down lap after lap. 2 to go on the speedway.
Oh, we got a spin, and I think the one got into the 77 and spun the 77 around. Maybe we'll have to wait for the call here. Caution in the very late stages of this late model feature. So Fascinato is going to be moved ahead of the one. So the one in the 77 will go to the back. involved cars, the 92. No, the 77 might be. Oh, had to get the deck lid flap back down and secured. And the one of Schremler has left the track here, Kate. That's the second altercation for Jonathan Schremler. So here's Kate's podium finishers. The question is, what order will they finish in? White flag on the speedway. Curtis will get the outside row number 1 spot. Horton in the 92, Curtis in the 77. Here they go. White flag this time by in the NASCAR late models. And it's Horton out front. Curtis trying to hold on to that second spot. Here they come into turn 4. It's going to be Horton winning it. Curtis will finish second, followed by Fascianato. And that'll conclude your late model 35 lap feature. We're going to hear from all 3 drivers coming up momentarily as Kate's going to speak with them down at the trackside victory lane. Still to come, our 9 horsepower sprints and our Ontario Pro Sprints. There goes one of our Pro Kart winners, Brian Finney. Good luck, sir. Remember, if you see that 72, remember what we talked about, right? So we're going to send her trackside here to Kate to talk to our podium finishers from our NASCAR late models.
All right, our third place finisher, Rylan. How's the car feel tonight?
Touch loose. I didn't have anything for these guys tonight. They were moving fast.
What's it going to take in order to get some speed and be able to catch up to some of these guys?
That's a good question. Probably some practice, a little bit of driver improvement. I think the car's got it. I'm just not quite there yet, but we'll get there.
Awesome. Is there anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, my aunt and uncle, Devin and Julia, for getting me into this and getting me a car to race and keeping it rolling. We wouldn't be here without them, and our family for coming out and supporting us. That's about it. Jonathan Schwemmler, he's in the 1 car, has spent a ton of time as well trying to get more competitive with him on the track and with the rest of the cars.
Awesome. Put your hands together for the 25 of Rylan Fascinato. All right. The motor's not so great down here. What's going on?
Just past the halfway point, the motor let go. I don't know, I'm smelling oil, and it was really not making any horsepower. I feel like it was in second gear or something. So I know we got another motor in the shop. We'll have to throw in it for next week and get it running really fast.
Anybody in this car that you need to thank tonight?
I need to thank everyone who helped get this thing together. Jamie, Ken, my grandpa. We put a crazy amount of hours into this car just to try and get it out here. I need to thank Cobra Tire, MyFM, and all the fans for coming out tonight.
All right, put your hands together for the 77 of Jeremy Curtis. All right, winner of the feature race, the 92, Dwayne. How did that feel to park it in victory lane tonight?
Very good after we hit that wall 3 races ago.
Yeah, the front end wasn't too happy with you after that. What did it take to get back out here?
It's a whole new front end from McCall's, and McCall's do a great job. They put this car together perfect.
Perfect. Any sponsors that you want to thank on the vehicle tonight?
Thank my brother Devin Horton because he puts all this together for this car, the 1 car, and the 25 car. And Gordon Tabitha for letting us race here. And Terry for putting such a nice paint job on it. So.
Awesome. Fans, put your hands together for the 92, your feature winner of the NASCAR Late Models, Dwayne Horton.
Thank you so much, Kate. As we transition now to our NASCAR 9-horsepower sprints brought to you by McLean's Home Hardware in Exeter and Grand Bend. Don't forget Bend Speedway.ca for your schedule, ticket information, pro Go Kart information, all that good stuff on there. Even a nice little article on the Outside Groove Diner on the website. All the information you need. And this... loving this new agenda itinerary with our preliminary events, our main events, our meet and greet. Love getting the fans, getting you spectators down on the track to meet and greet with our drivers and crews. As we get set to get the late models back into the pits and bring out the 9-horsepower sprints. And they're going to be doing a 25-lap feature for us this evening. Once again, we welcome those visiting us at Bend Speedway Festival Center for the very first time. Thank you so much for being here. Obviously, we hope that you return, whether it's to watch some racing, whether it's to do some go-karting. And thank you to those of you joining us on Checkered Flag Media. Here we go with our 9-horsepower sprints, brought to you by McLean's Home Hardware in Exeter and Grand Bend. 25 laps to schedule distance here.
Looks like issues on the 33 of Carter Nickel. I'm wondering if that's possibly a chain that slipped.
Possibly. The 90 out front, that's Keegan Lamont out of London, Ontario. The 13, Ray Janice Jr. from Windsor, Ontario. The 12, that's Gareth McLean from Lucan. The 5, Karen Rose from Kerwood. And as Kate mentioned, the 33 needing some assistance is Carter Nickel from Elsa Craig. And once again, Carter's selling his bone stock. I heard Kate was maybe interested in getting back behind the wheel. You used to do some racing back in the day.
Yeah, I used to do some mini truck racing here. I've done some J-car racing here. I actually have raced here before they redid the track, which might have just aged myself a little bit, but that's fine.
.33 back underway as we're getting set for our 9-horsepower sprints feature race.
Remember, the 90 said, don't touch it after practice. It was nice and fast, so we'll have to see how that shakes out for him here come feature race time. We talked to him in the meet and greet as well, and I asked him, did they do anything after the heat race? And he said, nope. So we'll have to see how that car runs. The 13 was last week's feature winner after altercation between the 90 and the 33. Left the 12 and the 13 on the track. The 12 eventually lost a right rear. So the 12 of Gareth McLean won the 2 races previous to that. So we'll have to see how this feature race shapes up.
Green flag racing with the junior sprints already 3 wide. McLean made a move in that green 12 to the inside and grabs the whole shot and has the lead by about 3 to 4 car lengths going into turn number 3. Lamont in second, Janice Jr. in third, and it's Rose and Nickel.
McLean getting a good run, but right there with him is the 90 of Keegan Lamont. Keegan runs a slightly different line, and we'll have to see which line pays off. It looks like Keegan's going to the inside. Lamont to the inside to take the lead over McLean.
Dive bomb, you're right, Kate. And McLean, do-si-do, here we go at GBS. McLean fires back to the inside and grabs the lead right back. You can't even credit Lamont with a lap lead. And Lamont back to the inside. And how about the crossover again? All we need is some music for this dance going on at the front of the field.
Tell me that we're not good.
Back and forth, here they go. The 90 back to the inside. Let's see if I don't know if the 12 is going to get the run to go back to the inside of the 90 this time. The 90 may end up leading this lap. The 12 is going to set him up. The 12 to the inside of the 90 of Keegan Lamont.
Gareth McLean back up to the front. Here comes Keegan back with a nice run. Back to the inside they go. The interesting part about this, Kate, is they're switching leads probably 5-6 times already in the last 3 laps. They have not lost any position to Genesee Jr. in the 3rd spot. He hasn't been able to reel them in, although they're too busy focused on each other.
Yeah, Janice Jr. back there in the 3rd spot. I'm not sure if is going to be able to catch them if this stays green. But the way that they're swapping back and forth, it's just been such a fun race to watch so far. Lamont in the lead right now. Here comes McLean.
Janice Jr. falling back into the clutches of Carter Nickel now in that 33. So 2 distinct battles on the racetrack for 1st and for 3rd. As the leaders will work turns 3 and 4. And Lamont will lead another lap. McLean in the trolley tracks. And now Nickel will dive to the inside of Janice Jr. for that 3rd spot, and Carter will grab the 3rd spot now. Leaders out of turn 4. McLean looks to the inside again. Lamont sees him there. We'll look for the crossover here. And Lamont with a little bit of a run will get to the inside by turn 3. And we'll get the lead right back. And we got Rose in the grass infield, turn number 2. And caution on the speedway for the 5 of Kieran Rose.
Definitely not what Keegan Lamont or Gareth McLean wanted to see. They had a nice lead on Janice Jr. and Carter Nickel. And we're swapping lead back and forth, so it should be interesting to see what happens here off the start. But the 90 and the 12 definitely looking very strong so far in this feature race, Chris.
Yeah, welcome back to the picture. As you mentioned, Carter Nickel and Ray Janice Jr. Carter will have the inside row number 2. And if Carter can stay with Lamont here on the restart, could have the 12 in trouble on the outside.
McLean gets a good run on that high side, though, on the front stretch and the back stretch. So I'm wondering how much it's going to affect him starting on the high side, or if it might work to his advantage.
Don't forget, check out BendSpeedway.ca. We're back at it next Saturday. We have a lost phone here, a lost phone. Well, never mind, that's Kate's. White flag on the speedway, BendSpeedway.ca for the schedule information for next week. Going to be a good one next week as well. We'll be on the air with you with our preliminary events at 5:45. Here they come out of turn number 4. Green flag, racing again with the 9 horsepower sprints. And a slow start for Lamont. Janice Jr. might get a shot here and grabs the 2nd spot from Lamont. McLean to the lead. Good start by the outside row. And McLean will lead him out of turn number 4 to complete another lap.
Janice Jr. looking fast off that start. Whether or not he can hang with him, we'll have to wait and see. Was the feature race winner last week in that 13 machine, and the 2 weeks previous to that was the 12.
Keegan Lamont had to barely stay off the left rear of the 13 last trying to turn number 4. That 90's coming, and that 90's coming fast here. working a lap 4 halfway this time by. Halfway for the leader, the 12 of Gareth McLean. Lamont to the inside of the 13 of Janice Jr. And Lamont will grab the second spot back. Carter Nickel trying to catch this lead trio at the front of the field here to make it a 4-car battle led by the 12 of Gareth McLean.
But look no further. Here comes the 90 of Keegan Lamont. They were swapping spots before that caution. Those karts are both running so good. To the inside goes the 90 of Lamont.
Opportunity here for Janice Jr. to get to the inside quickly of the 12 machine. And McLean trying to hold on here. Janice Jr.'s there in turn 1. And grabs the second spot for now. McLean trying to fight back. And look out, Carter Nichols trying to join him as well. Lamont will lead him into turn 1. Janice Jr., McLean, Nickel, your front 4. And Kieran Rose running in the 5th spot. McLean will dive to the inside for that second position. And we'll try and track down the leader once again.
McLean got a wicked run coming out of turn 2. Was just able to drag race down the back straightaway on Janice Jr. to take over that second spot.
Lamont will lead him again to turn 1. McLean right there. Janice Jr. and Nickel, your front 4. As they work turns 3 and 4. 5 to go. 5 laps in the books. 20 done and 5 to go for the 90 of Keegan Lamont. Good run by the 12. Here comes McLean. And can't get to the inside. Lamont will get to the apron and lead this lap. 4 to go. Another great run by McLean in the 12.
Yeah, that run that Gareth McLean's getting coming out of 2 is like no other. That is what's bringing so much spots back to that 12 machine. Just that wicked run down the backstretch.
It's just amazing to me how the 13 and the 33 can't take advantage of these two swapping positions like crazy. 2 laps to go. Into turn 1 they go. And Janice Jr., speak of the devil, back up to the second spot. Lamont will protect the inside. Here they come to the white flag. All 4 of them together now. Put a blanket on him. Lamont will lead with 1 to go. Janice Jr. in the 13. McLean in the 12. Nickel in the 33. McLean looks to the inside, grabs a run. McLean trying to get to the lead here. Lamont will protect the inside through turns 3 and 4. Keegan Lamont's going to win it by a car length over the 12 of McLean, followed by Janice Jr. and Carter Nickel, and then Kieran Rose in the 5th spot. Wow, what a finish. We're going to speak to the podium finishers coming up with Kate momentarily in the front stretch, and we still have our Ontario Pro Sprints still to come, our final main event feature of the evening, and then our Pro Kart race number 2 after we wrap up the main event. Keegan Lamont, Gareth McLean, Ray Janice Jr., your top 3. And let's send it to trackside to Kate Friel.
There's a full Keegan chant happening in the grandstands in the pits. Oh, now they're all cheering. All right, down trackside with the 13 of Ray Janice Jr. was able to finish 3rd. You took the win last week. How did it feel to swap spots with these two?
It is what it is. It's racing. The cart was real loose out there, but I tried to manage it for the most part of the race, and it was a real good thing that I was able to keep it close with them.
Sponsors on this car, who do you thank?
I want to thank all of the sponsors, McCann Ready Mix especially, Mike, the owner of the carts, all of our pit crew, my wonderful girlfriend, and everybody who came out to watch, everybody who's watching on the internet.
All right, put your hands together for the 13 of Ray Janice Jr. Okay, Gareth. Besides consistency, what did it take to get here tonight?
Fresh tires.
I stumped him, guys. Man, a few words down here. Who do you want to thank?
My parents, my brother, my sisters, my grandparents, Turn 4 Media. That's good.
All right, put your hands together for the 12 of Gareth McLean.
Tell Gareth next time we're interviewing him, if he gives us more than 30 words, we're going to get him a free hot dog at the diner.
All right, Keegan, you told them not to touch it. It clearly worked. How did that feel?
Amazing. I heard them on my outside and inside every time, so I had to keep on blocking.
Okay, you got to give a shout out to your fans over there.
I could hear them during the race, so I was trying to keep focus.
How did it feel to swap back and forth with the 12? It was great to watch.
It was amazing. I thought he was going to go in on me, but as soon as he seen me, he knew I was coming.
All right, so some great racing between you two. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, my family, my nanny and papa, Paisley, and my friend Lucas. Also, I want to thank Leaf Racewear, Stickers and Scuff, Auto Fusion Towing, Do It for Dale, and Stay La Vie Hair Salon.
All right, fans, put your hands together for the 90 of Keegan Lamont.
Thank you, Kate. And what a cheering section on the backstretch for the 90, the Lamont crew. That's definitely a warning shot for the Gertz family. Next time we see a Gertz in Victory Lane, we better hear a chant from a turn 4 over here. That's not a chant. One more race to go, part of our main event, our visiting Ontario Pro Sprints. And then after we close up the show, we still have a Pro Kart race number 2. And that 12 don't sound too good. Don't forget, we're back with you next weekend. 5:45 start time for our preliminary events here at Bend Speedway and Festival Center. You can come early, do some pro karting with the family if you want before showtime. And another meet and greet for the fans next week in our main event around 8 o'clock. GrandBendSpeedway.ca for all the information you need. Ontario Pro Sprints on the track right now. 20-lap feature to wrap up our main event.
The 31K is Brent Kemps from Chelmsford, Ontario. The 01 is Logan Chapman out of Sarnia. The 31, the darker of the 31 at the back in the third spot is Adrian Kemp. He won feature race number 1. He is from London, Ontario.
Yeah, Brent has the white roof wing facing the crowd. And Adrian, the black roof wing as they come around the front stretch. Looking for the white flag this time by 20 laps, the scheduled distance here. And as mentioned, don't forget our race number 2 of the Pro Karts after we close up the show with our friends Checkered Flag Media, and here with us at the track, still a after programming pro kart race to come. Getting set for our visiting Ontario Pro Sprints for 20 laps here at GPS. Here they come out of turn 4. Brent Kemp's to lead him to the line. And Brent Kemp's will lead him all nose to tail to complete lap number 1. Adrian Kemp's to the inside of Chapman now for second spot. And we'll grab that spot and try and track down Brent Kemp's.
Brent Kemp's former flagman here at Bend Speedway.
I can't ask you.
What a lead here for Brent Kemp's out front. And Adrian Kemp's, Logan Chapman trying to do what they can to catch the leader. Running circuits around this quarter-mile tri-oval pretty quickly.
Brent Kemp's had the better starting spot over Adrian Kemp's. Adrian was fast in the first one, trying to change up his line is what they talked about earlier. But these guys are fast, they're loud, and we love them here at Bend Speedway.
Yeah, pretty good clip for these pro sprints going around this quarter mile. Love the speed here. All about cornering as well. Lead is extending for Brent Kemp's. Coming around to complete another lap here. Wow, Adrian went really high corner exit last time in turn 4. We saw that in their first feature. And Logan Chapman trying to do what he can to track that second place car down. Pretty healthy lead now, over a full straightaway pretty much now. Leader in turn 1. Second place Adrian Kemp's was exiting turn 4 at the time. 5 to go this time by for the leader, Brent Kemp's. "20 laps goes by quick when you're in a pro sprint, that's for sure. Coming around, under a handful of laps to go. Three laps to go for the leader, Brent Kemp's in that 31. Will getting set, flag stand, popsicle sticks being displayed. 2 to go. Half a mile to go here for Brent Kemp's out front. Out of turn 4, white flag in the air. A dominating fashion here for Brent Kemp's out front. Couple of turns left. Dives into turn number 3, carries through 4, out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air for the 31 of Brent Kemp's to take the Ontario Pro Sprint feature race number 2 here at Bend Speedway, followed by Adrian Kemp's and Logan Chapman to round out the running order. And we're going to hear from all 3 drivers, I believe, as they'll come around again and talk to our very own Kate Friel. Don't forget, after we close the show, our race number 2 of our Pro Kart Racing League with our guests, Rick Gertz, Brian Finney in a Go Kart. Those of you heading out, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We do wish you a safe trip home, and we wish you an enjoyable rest of your weekend. Please join us next Saturday. We're back at it here at the Bend Speedway, starting with our preliminary events at 5:45, and we'll take it to trackside to our very own Kate Friel.
All right, headed over to the 01 of Logan Chapman. Logan, we're taking this lap by lap. How does it feel to get all the way through the feature race? We went green the whole time.
It feels amazing.
What's it going to take to get up with these?
Maybe one more race, a couple more practice sessions, and I think we'll be good.
Anybody on this card that you want to thank?
After Hours Automotive, Blue Coast Realty, Alliance Fabrication, Baines General Store, The Hungry Hiker, Ontario Hose, Joe's Tire, and Mark's Comfort Tech.
All right, fans, third place, the 01 of Logan Chapman. Getting halfway out of the car, the 31 of Adrian Kemps. Well, he got you this time. Take us through the race.
I think I did something wrong. I was playing with different adjustments, and the more I tried, the farther he got away. So I goofed up today.
Well, at least you took feature race number 1. Anybody you want to thank?
I got to thank my son. He's the one that gets me here, gets me on the track, and it's good to see cars out here, and we're having fun together.
Perfect. Put your hands together for the 31 of Adrian Kemps. All right, with the 31K of Brent Kemps, we're going to move this way, because I think we're up on JP's camera. All right, so you were able to take him that time. Was track position at the start the key to that one?
Yeah, it was. Nothing's better than starting out front with a clear track. It was a good start. Car pulled good. It's like I know I'm heavier than both these guys for, let's say, rolling weight, getting this 800-pound lead weight out and rolling. So I know at miles an hour good, but sometimes getting off the green is my Achilles heel. That's for sure. Whether it's against him or Dad or Logan. So, but it was good. I enjoyed.
Anybody you need to thank?
Whoever makes the whale and lights as bright as they are. Good Lord, those are bright green when you're out there. But it was a good time, as always, with our crew that comes to help us and our sponsors. I got to thank Chris and Pat for giving us a hand tonight. Our other crew had previous obligations with a wedding and such, so that's okay. We're glad to have them here, and they're a huge help to us getting in and out of the cars. Something as simple as that, or doing any adjustments or any quick repairs that we need to even get up in line. So it's awesome to have them. Besides that, our sponsors that have been with us for I don't know, quite a few years now. We must be doing them proud. General Metal Products, Performance Unlimited, both out of London. Wolfworks Motorcycle and Machine, ASA Custom Fabrication, and Larry Knott Fiberglass Fabrication.
Put your hands together for the feature winner, Brent Kemps.
Thank you so much, Kate. And that wraps up our main event portion of the evening. And just before we sign off, don't forget, grandbendspeedway.ca. We're back at it next weekend. Please come and join us. For those of you joining us for the first time this evening, thank you so much. Hope you had a great experience here at Grand Bend Speedway and Festival Center. We hope to see you back for sure. And don't forget, we have the race number 2 of our Pro Kart Racing League with our guests, Rick Gertz, Brian Finney, who won a free race. I'm understanding that Rick's sister Laura Gertz is also racing, so this should be interesting here. We'll probably see both Gertzes in the lead by 15 car lengths by turn 1 if the brother and sisters are alike. Right, Grandpa? No? Who are you picking? Oh, you're picking Laura. Very nice. All right. Those of you taking off, we appreciate you being here. Have a safe ride home. And those of you viewing on Checker Flag Media, thank you so much for joining us. Join us next Saturday here for our preliminary event starting at 5:45. On behalf of Kate and myself, Aiden, our race director, Will in the flag stand, Luke, our official scorer, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next week when we race you to the beach here at Bend Speedway and Festival Center. Good night.